Hi Cancer, happy birthday to my June and July Cancers. Welcome to Cancer season. Welcome to your July reading. I hope you guys are doing well. Things are so crazy this year. I'm like shocked that we're already halfway through, over halfway through. Things are moving really, really fast. The new moon in Cancer eclipse that we had ushered in this whole new energy for you guys. And Venus still being in your 12th house, this was a lot about trusting your own instincts and really allowing yourself to say, I know what my self-worth is. I know what it is that I can create and what I can do from here, and that's what I'm going to do. The first card that came out was the Eight of Wands, which I really love. I love that you guys got the Eight of Wands. And then we have the High Priestess. I almost want to say that I would really like for you guys to use, like really utilize your intuitive skills right now. Being a Cancer, you guys are so much more intuitive than most. It feels like if you're not really standing within your truth and you're doing things for other people's approval still, you might feel like you could trip. You might feel like you could stumble through July in a lot of ways. Mars moves into Aries. Mars is going to be there for a while. So you're just push and drive to want to work for the rest of the year while Mars is in Aries, for career and work and the way that other people see you and the way that other people value you. That's going to be huge. And so allowing yourself to stand in your truth and say, I'm not going to fight about what's coming forward. I'm not going to fight. I'm not, you know, I mean, this is my perception of things. You can have your own perception of things, right? That's what I feel like you guys are doing in July, which is beautiful. We do have a full moon eclipse, the last one of the summer in Capricorn, which is directly across from you. As that all happens, we also have Saturn moving back into Capricorn as well for a couple of months before it goes direct again and goes back into Aquarius. But having all of those big players, those big boys in your relationship sector, I feel like you standing firm and saying, I'm not going to argue and I'm not going to fight with what you're coming at me with, and allowing yourself to stand firm with your own truth is going to catapult you in so many ways. So we have the Page of Swords. Watch your words in July. We're still in Mercury retrograde. We've had this talk before, how a Cancer can be very biting if they want to be. You guys are super loving, but you can also like cut. You can cut a person down real fast if they are in your business and you don't want them in your business. You can tell them where to go. The Nine of Wands and the Four of Swords. Yeah, don't fight. I do feel like I want you to rest. I want you to allow yourself the time and the patience with your own energy, with your own physical body. I think that a lot of us feel like we need to have a purpose and we just need to go. We're going to get one more card down here and then we'll start clarifying. Oh yeah, watch where you're giving your energy to, because I think that you could get drained very easily right now, especially with that Mars squaring you. That Mars is a square to you while it's in Aries in your 10th house. So I think that if you're giving too much energy to the wrong situations and the wrong people, that can sort of create a barrier from this beautiful new energy that's coming in. Let's start to clarify, because that Eight of Wands is so promising for me, but at the same time, it's like when we get the Eight of Wands, we just want to go, 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 like right now. And I'm not sure how much of that during Mercury retrograde, you know, during this, the Capricorn eclipse, there are some things that you're having to let go of so this new energy can usher in, and it's not going to be smooth. I mean, I wish I could tell you guys that things were just going to be easy for the rest of the year, but what's the beautiful part is that it's setting you up for the Ten of Cups, right? That's what this energy, even though it might be a little tough right now, and to be honest, I feel like you guys are probably feeling a lot better than most people right now. The only thing I've noticed with this Mercury retrograde for myself is that I'm just a little extra clumsy. So I'm like, I'm having to like watch where I'm stepping, and I really have to slow myself down, and like with all of the other energy that's coming in, that's going to be sort of a chore for me to slow down, especially with Mars moving into Aries. It's going to be a chore for me to really like slow down and allow myself to be patient with time. Be patient with time. Five of Cups on the High Priestess, you guys. There's been this thing that's been nagging at you in your intuition. I feel like there's this thing that's nagging at you, and it sort of pulls you back into a space where it's more of a the difficulty and the regret and the sorrow of not actually listening to yourself at one, you know, I feel like there was a time where you didn't listen to yourself, and you're sort of reminiscing on that. And I kind of want to tell you to give yourself some grace, maybe let yourself off the hook a little bit. There could be a Pisces energy that you're having to let go of too with that High Priestess. That could be a Pisces energy that you're having to let go of. And it's a little heartbreaking, but you know that what you're ushering in with this Eight of Wands is a Ten of Cups that you're creating for yourself, and not necessarily the Ten of Cups that somebody else wanted to create for you. This is you standing firm in your own truth and creating that. So let's see what the Page of Swords. I don't think that you guys will recognize that you can be very, very harsh with your words right now. I think that you really want to just sort of tell people the way that it is, and you're just like, you know what? If you don't like what I'm saying, that's your problem and not mine. It's not that I don't want you to tell truths. I am a firm believer in telling truths, but we've had this discussion where sometimes you guys get a little bit carried away with the truth telling. The Two of Swords on the Page of Swords. And there are some things I feel like you really need to make decisions on, but you're not necessarily seeing the bigger picture. Is that because the Ten of Cups is blinding you? The Ten of Cups that you want to create, the Ten of Cups that you're trying to make into a Ten of Pentacles also, where you're having the emotional stability. And, you know, I mean, I know the Ten of Pentacles isn't down here, but a lot of times those two go hand in hand. You know what I mean? You're sort of creating your own abundance. And I think that there are some things that you may be missing when it comes to because you're blind. The Two of Swords is the blindfolded, right? She could easily put those swords down and take that blindfold off and see everything very, very clearly, but it might be a choice that you're not wanting to see everything clearly. I think that's something that you really have to decide on for yourself, because I think part of this is that you don't want the struggle. With this Nine of Wands down here, I feel like part of the reason why you don't want to fully step into the power and make the decisions with all of the information present is because what if that information isn't what you want to hear and you don't want to fight that? I think that you are in you're in a place right now where you would rather just do what you want, if you will. Let's see, 9 of Wands. Yes, do what you want. 4 of Swords. Okay, let's get one more for the 6 of Pentacles, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck and chat about the rest of your reading. July is going to prove to be very, very it's going to be a life-altering experience for a lot of people, because they're recognizing with this final Capricorn full moon eclipse that we're having on July 4th, that there just really is no more time to cater to what other people want you to do. That's really what this Capricorn moon is representing. Like, we're not allowing the opinions and the peanut gallery to come in and tell us how we're going to live anymore, and you are no different. So we have the Magician on the 9 of Wands. A lot of people are starting to recognize their own power, and they don't have to fight and struggle to get to where they want to go anymore, because they're going with the flow so much, and they're allowing themselves to accept what is and move on if it doesn't work out. And again, I don't think you guys are any different than that. With the Magician on the 9 of Wands, you could also be dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini or a Sagittarius energy that you just don't want to argue with anymore. You're like, I'm done with the fight. I'm done arguing with you, and yeah, here we go. Creating an existence without an argument, without the fight. It sounds like a dream to me. Then we have the 5 of Wands on the 4 of Swords. That's the peanut gallery. The 5 of Wands is the peanut gallery. The 5 of Wands is, you know, when people start to get a little argumentative with you, I do want you to take a step back. I do want you to allow yourself to say, I'm not in this fight. I don't have a dog in this fight, right? I don't want to be in this fight. This isn't going to happen. I think that you're just done with the struggle, and you're focusing so much more on your journey and the direction that you want to go in. I love that you came out on the 6 of Pentacles, because we have talked about time and time and time again how Cancerian energy is, you know, I mean, you guys represent home for people. You're the 4th house. You represent home, you represent family, and you will gladly give of yourself before you give back to yourself. And I think now what you're allowing yourself to do is celebrate your oneness, celebrate who you are specifically, and allowing yourself to move forward on your journey and giving your time and energy to that. Not because the peanut gallery, or not because the people expect a certain thing out of you. Celebrations, right? Three of Cups. And then we have the Knight of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. The 3 of Cups for me is about celebration, to be honest. I don't go directly to the third party situation like most readers do. I feel like it's an energy where you and I come together, and then we make a third energy, which would be source energy. And so I feel like you're so busy celebrating and enjoying your life and enjoying creating this 10 of Cups for yourself. But there's a part of you, again, going back to this 5 of Cups with the High Priestess over here, there's a part of you that's, it's nudging you, and I'm not entirely sure that you're accepting that it exists. I sort of feel like there's a part of you that wants to be happy so much, so badly, that you are not it's not that I don't think you're being logical, because I do think you're being logical. I think you are using your heart and your mind to make your decisions right now. But there's something off. I can't tell you what that is. I can't be the one. It could have to do with an air sign. Somebody who it might even be projecting onto you. The air signs are not the happiest right now. I'm just saying. 8 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Also, if somebody is projecting onto you, allowing yourself to replay whatever the situation is over and over and over again in your mind is going to drive you crazy. The 8 of Swords is a self-imposed imprisonment of the mind. And the 5 of Swords is the lies that we tell ourselves. So, because, and I think the reason why you might be doing, you're like second guessing. That's what this is. You're second guessing yourself because you know that there is a new beginning coming, and there's a new beginning with possibly an earth sign, possibly has to do with marriage or establishing a home with an earth sign. It's something that you've wanted for a really long time. And with the 9 of Swords and the Fool, it feels like you're taking a risk, and it also feels like you might be second guessing this risk that you might be taking. And if you feel right with what's happening, then you need to own that and not let anybody else take that feeling away. Now, if down the road, whatever it is that you are creating in your life, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're speaking or making come into existence, if it doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out, whatever. But it has absolutely nothing to do with anybody else's thoughts, opinions, or whatever they bring to you. So really, really, really own your journey right now. That is such a theme. Own your journey. And really trust and have faith in what you're doing, because I think that you are allowing yourself to be divinely guided, and that's beautiful. So I love that. Great reading, you guys. Wonderful birthday reading. I wish all the best to all of you. And I'm wearing the restorative crystal jewelry that my roommate made. When you order this jewelry on her website, it's also Reiki charged. I'm wearing the black tourmaline. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I'm wearing the black tourmaline. We have peridot, we have amethyst, we have malachite, there's rose quartz, all sorts of beautiful jewelry over there, all handmade. There's also earrings and shorter necklaces than this too, and I'll put that link below. And all of it comes with Reiki charged by me before it gets to you. And would love for you guys to come hang out with us during in the memberships. If you haven't had a chance to check out the memberships, energy updates regularly. We do mid-month love readings, and we have like this whole Discord thing that's amazing that we're learning astrology and tarot and like all the stuff. So it's going to be a blast. We would love to have you join us. No pressure, but would love for you guys to join us. I also have a few personal readings available for July at a discounted rate. So check that out on my website. I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful birthday season. I'll see you soon. Bye.